Okay. All right. Let's figure out here. Did I already build all the things? I need 5,000 gold for the bag maker. Hold on a sec. 5,000 gold, 100 wheat, and 30 ore. So I can sell a bunch of wood for gold. So let's do minus wood plus gold. And then minus wheat plus gold. Okay, I think that does it. Okay, and then we're gonna build this building here. And move that there. And then send in the workers. I just turned the game speed up for that. Okay, and we've got that, and we got the bag maker. Adds 1 ball slot. Excellent. Is there an upgrade for that? No. Okay. All right. So let's look at. So we actually have all the characters, and this freaking guy, this guy that plays himself, is so silly. All right. We have not yet beaten the desert with the warrior, or what else is there? Well, let's just select this. Who else has not beaten the desert yet? Because we could take 2 people. This guy picks his own upgrades. Shade. Sisyphus. Oh god. Alright, let's try Shade. That'll be terrible. Is the category not showing up? Did it not update? Hold on. I'll tell it to do a refresh. Okay. Alright, should be there. Alright, let's see if that does it. Alright. Desert. There it goes. Alright, thank you. Night, Mug and Chat. Good night, Blue Belt. Okay, we get to start with the 3rd ball. Oh, Charm Ball. That one's new. The Mind Control Ball. And I'm gonna pick the dagger in the hopes that we can get all the daggers. Okay, so we've got the Shade as one of our guys, so the balls come from the top of the screen instead of the bottom. And then we've got the Warrior, which has the Bleed Ball, which leaves the enemies bloody. Downward Dagger. Charm. What's this game? It's kind of what you see now. You basically have enemies that come down in these little tiles, and you use bowls of different types to fight them. And you can make combinations of them, and like, so here's 2 I've never seen. So this is Dark Ball plus Charm, and that's a Bleed plus Charm. Let's try this and see what it does. Berserk. Each hit has a 30% chance of causing enemies to go berserk for 6 seconds. Berserk enemies do 30 to 47 damage to adjacent enemies every second. That sounds neat. Okay, could get the Suck Ball. Amok Persona 4 is getting a remake. It's easily top 3 my favorite RPG stories of all time, and my favorite JRPG. If you're at all interested, that would be worth playing. Hang on a sec. They're getting too close to my balls. Okay. It's nowhere near as bombastic as Persona 5, nowhere near as 2000s. Persona 3, put in perspective, Persona 4 was gold, the entire reason why the PlayStation V didn't flop. Let me ask you a real question right now. Let's say I was willing to try Persona. Is each game standalone, or do you have to like play them in order to understand what's going on? Oh god, they landed on my head. Each game is standalone. Okay, that's good to know. We can get Mosquito King with that combo. We already know that one. Field is getting wider, and a boss is spawning. But we have got to, because we got Shade as one of our guys, yeah. All of our stuff spawned right behind him, and didn't have to travel the field to reach him, so very high DPS. Aren't Persona games sort of tedious? I mean, I don't know. I've seen people play, I mean, aren't they the same playstyle as Expedition 33? Like, it's turn-based, and it's like bunch of dudes in a line versus bunch of dudes in a line. I saw Carnage play a Persona game, but it was a long time ago. Oh, Dagger 3. So you're saying there's a chance. Let's get Mosquito King. Each game in Persona is the same story with different characters. The same story with different characters? That's so bull. You've triggered Nog Nog. There's one more dagger. If we can get it, we can do the 4-dagger fusion that we were told about. Maybe the same plot is a better thing to say. Okay. Reroll. 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 Dang it. Oh, come on. Where's dagger up? There. All right, for the first time ever, we have 4 daggers. Now, can we max them all out? If this doesn't even combine, Plague Alpha is banned for 24 hours. Only 24? Well, I mean, he is a paying customer. I got poison. How is this thing still alive? Good lord. Alright, this is when this character starts to get a little scary because they're getting further and further from the spawn point, so my DPS is getting interrupted more and more. Alright, cutting it close. Alright, Plaga doesn't get banned. Increase critical hit chance to 60%. You know, I stumbled over my words today when I was doing like a news thing, and I'm thinking about a lot when I said Perry the Paragon, and now I'm imagining someone drawing, if there's any artists here, like the Perry the Platypus, but he's a paragon. Perry the Platypus Paragon? You don't understand the moment I say something, Muck will look over and be disappointed in me? No, that's not true at all, and I'm disappointed that you would think that. Scroll up on that one? Nah, I'm good. I think I saw all the important parts. Wait, what does max level dagger do? 100% crit chance. Laser Charm Ball. I'm guessing the purple flame on their head are the ones that are angry and hitting their teammates. Almost to the boss. Sarah says Persona has sim game elements to it which play a big role in overall gameplay. Some enjoy and some might not, kind of thing. Sim game elements. I actually don't know what you mean by sim game elements. Like, I played SimCity, but I don't think you're talking about building up a town. Nox says, thing is, I have a history of spoiling things here for games and Muck is even slightly interested in before he plays them every single time. He looks over the moment I say it. After being goaded on to do it, I will not fall for this again. The main one I remember is me spending, like, tens of hours trying to figure out those doors in Harry Potter. And then, like, I was on the cusp of getting it, and then you yelled the answer. That's the main thing I remember. I actually don't remember any of the other times you're talking about. Naga's big spoiler phase. I think Plague is the most recent person to drop a spoiler. It was actually the daggers thing. Alright, Warrior leveled up. Shade leveled up. Neither of this really matters because of how we're playing. Desert Trophy, power increased. Okay. Alright. Is there anything here we can upgrade? It takes 3,000 gold. We're almost there. Hold on, what is it? Let's see. Okay. Alright, I have to upgrade that next time. Alright, cool. Alright, what else can we do? See, Warrior has not done grasslands yet. Who else needs grasslands? The cohabitants haven't done grasslands. All right. How are you reading chat while playing this? Like, occasionally, I really don't need to look. Shut up. Like, right now, for example, I can just kind of see in my peripheral if a projectile is coming down toward me and just move left and right to avoid it. Like, you know, at this point, this is nothing. And I can read chat and talk to you guys at the same time. This depends on what's going on. Increase fire rate. I haven't done much with bow yet. Fireball. I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball. The game can play itself. There's actually a character that plays by itself. It's literally go AFK. Yeah, we unlocked it very late in our last session of Ball Pit. And I was like, are you serious? Leech. Up until the boss, it played better than you. Shut up. It did unlock 2 recipes I didn't have. I was like, what?
We're getting closer to triple digits. Mukluk love Mukluk labs.
Yo, the FCC, 79 months. Thank you, buddy. I am honored that you still consider me worthy of swinging by for this each month. Thank you. Field cleared. Character that plays itself must be the game's journalist mode. Funny, however, that character is the last one you unlock, so you actually have to get pretty far to get it. It's kind of like, alright, you earned this, you can go be lazy now. What do these characters do? The one on the left is the default character. He starts with the bleed ball. The one on the right is part of the cohabitants. And basically, if you play him, it mirrors what your other character does. So, like, I'm shooting right, he's shooting left, you know? Like this, basically, so. It also halves the damage of the balls, but you get twice as many, and it's totally worth it. It's just a lot of screen coverage. Let's do Frostflame. Wind ball. Alright, all our balls are max level. Now we can do some more fusions or evolutions. Noxious. Just curious, do you ever feel the urge to play a game you already have but can't because time and stream? Sure. Today I was playing Total War Warhammer 3 as the Skaven, and I'm fighting the Empire right now. I have done like 1,000 hours of Total War Warhammer 3, and I've played maybe a few hundred on stream. Yeah, I definitely have the urge to play stuff that I think you guys might not want to watch, and I just play it on my own time. Earthquake. Without when you play Skaven on your own time, and totally say they're your favorite faction by far. No, it's just I get more funny stories from the Skaven, and then I tell you about them. I played quite a few others. It's weird. I probably have more hours on factions I haven't gotten a win with yet than I do on factions I have gotten a win with. I probably have a ton of hours on Vampire Counts and Wood Elves and Skaven, and I've never gotten a win with any of them. Like, Skaven just have so many ways to play. You know, you've got, like, the warrior-type Skaven, which are, like, the ones you fight a lot in Vermintide. And then you've got, like, the stealthy ones, like the Gutter Runners and stuff, that are, like, slings and, you know, stealth and backstabbing. And then you've got, like, the mutant ones, like the Rat Wolves and the Rat Ogres and stuff. Let's do that. And then you've got the technological ones, like the ones with flamethrowers, and the ones with gas bombs, and the ones with guns. Like there's a lot of ways to kind of tech them into. Like there's mutations, there's technology, there's like martial stuff, and there's stealth. Sometimes an overwhelming amount of options for one faction. Because, like, compare that to Bretonia, and it's guys on horses. That's it. If you don't like it, too bad. You got guys on horses. Poor peasants? Yeah. The Noxious Leech. Now we're getting bleed on everything. Are there any drops for Guild Wars 2 at the moment? Not at the moment, Bearbrain. Looking for some help or cool things to get. We are absolutely here to help, dude. I'm primarily a Guild Wars 2 content creator. If you've got questions, I can answer them, or if I can't answer them, I can tell you who can. So if you got any questions, feel free to hit us up, but no drops at the moment. What was the other game that was like Warhammer 3 that you played somewhat recently? Another game like Age of Wonders 4, maybe? I'm not sure if there was another one. Charm Ball. We still need to do a lot of fusions with Charm Ball, but I don't know if there's enough time before the boss. Yeah, boss is about to drop in. This one moves a lot, but luckily we have 1,000,000 bowels. Easy. Quantity over quality. The cohabitant's house leveled up. Alright. Okay. And going to level up the big building here. There we go. Alright. Okay, we'll do that for next time. And we're getting to the point where we got like a lot of things unlocked. So the Heavenly Gates. We need to beat the Heavenly Gates again. We beat it last time for the first time while we were playing the Twitch integration guy. The Radical plays itself. I don't really want to do that on stream again. I literally have nothing to click. Physicist. Juggler. I'm trying to think, if I'm just going for like my best attempt, what is the strongest duo I've got? Cohabitants and Shield Bearer, all the boss damage. Cohabitants and Shield Bearer. I don't know if I think that'll be good, but you know what, sure. I'll try it out. So Heavenly Gates, we've only got one win on, so this would be trying for a second one. So, for anyone who hasn't seen it, we could go for Bomb. Hang on. Alright, so the shield thing in front of us, the balls can bounce off of it and hit the enemies again, kind of like you're playing Pong. That's what the Shield Bearer does. I have a question regarding Guild Wars 2. How hard would it be to return when the last I played was in the middle of the Path of Fire? Like, I went through POF and did some World v World and have some pretty nice gear on my Necro. Also, where should I start? I kind of want to go back to World v World. Lyrox, it is very easy to return IMO. There is absolutely no reason you can't just jump in and see what happens. I, for example, have recently been doing a challenge run on a free-to-play account that I just started, and all the early zones are still alive with people in them. And I think the game might be boasting record-breaking numbers right now, with just, there's a lot of factors there. New World getting shut down, lots of players trying other things. A few big streamers tried it and realized, oh shoot, this game is great and it's still alive. The new expansion, stuff like that. But yeah, you can just take your character that was in World v World and try it again. You could do what I did when I came back after a 5-year break and